Hello everybody, my name is Tony. It's like almost 10 p.m. so I'm gonna try and get through this as fast as I can. Filthy Frank, one of the most controversial creators on the platform until the modern YouTuber landscape. He left at the perfect time and it's funny. The most hated man on the platform has now become the most beloved and sought after. If Filthy Frank was the most hated creator on the platform, it shows you how much YouTube has fallen. We're going to be reviewing his skits, music video, slash music, I hate videos, hater comments, Japanese 101, challenges, and of course his personality and controversies. And we're only just gonna be reviewing TVFilthyFrank. I will say that Filthy Frank utilizes humor to its fullest extent, especially satirical humor and gross humor. I won't give too much away, but there's a clear, distinct style that Frank uses that it makes his videos stand out. However, it isn't for the faint of heart. Hair Cake is one of the only videos that deserves a 10 out of 10 rating for its use of satirical, gross, and offensive humor alone. However, he does have a story within his channel, and he's one of the first to popularize lore within a set of characters, and he made and used skits to tell his story. However, some are just for the sake of being funny. And oh boy, are they hilarious. 100 accurate life hacks being the most popular, and just watch this video if you're trying to understand the madness and the genius that Frank had in his humor. Or literally a compilation of Pink Eye making a fool of himself in public just to be entertaining. The only thing that could be nice is some good music. Oh wait, Pink Eye definitely has the hidden talent amongst the characters, and he absolutely creates bangers like Asian Pizza, Teriyaki God, or even some of his older raps, Weird McDonald's rap. All are absolute bangers and have actual artistic talent beneath them, especially his Pink Season album. Also keep in mind, this guy uses offensive humor to satirize the world around us, so don't expect him to hold back on his punches. The music videos are just as iconic, with Pink Eye just making food, or Sam's brother being way too comfortable in front of the camera. These are the videos that absolutely cemented his place on YouTube. While they're used as a satirical set piece, as some loser complaining about something insignificant, they are truthful. Most of us have an absolute annoyance, something or someone in our lives, and Frank points to them and laughs. While we shouldn't laugh with him, it's not like he's wrong. Such examples are him being ahead of his time, like the Palestine joke, or him calling out Karens or fandoms. Might be considered an overgeneralization, and normally we shouldn't be by the villain's side, but it's funny and respectful that he calls them out. Most people, if they are offended by this, they might type hate in the comments. A psychopath that calls out other psychopaths. Content that Frank creates, he's going to attract an audience that is genuinely, unironically thinks the way he does. All the people shown in these videos are worse than him, and he takes a step forward to bait them even more and to make himself look like a fool. Classic series that teaches a very rare type of teaching. Normally during that time you can find a simple tutorial on how to swear in Japanese or use slurs. There's simply just a reliance on Google Translate. However, it's invalid, and Frank teaches us the right way to utilize curses and slurs in Japanese. Something I've seen before and probably won't be taught ever again. They're also entertaining. Some of these are absolutely insane. Like, I don't think Mr. Beast ain't got nothing on Frank. I don't think blending wasabi, condoms, and wild mushrooms is going to be in any modern challenge video, and that's actually one of the tamer videos. It's really just a bunch of friends doing stupid crap, which is always a recipe of endless entertainment and humor. While the Cake series, Nut Blast, PewDiePie Tattoo, and Gentleman's Guide are absolute classics, it's just a small percentage of the actual reason why Filthy Frank works. He has multiple personalities. Frank is the main one, and we'll talk about him. He's a polar opposite of the typical YouTuber. He doesn't care about PC culture, or if he's socially acceptable. He will do whatever he wants. However, he doesn't just specifically target certain groups, he targets everybody. Someone like him was the equalizer of calling people out on their bullcrap on the platform and in real life. He shouldn't have a huge following, but he has almost 8 million subscribers. The anti-YouTuber does content better than most YouTubers do in the modern landscape. He's a parody, and that unfortunately aged well, just because look at the type of creators we have now. If you look at his about page, it explains it better than anybody else can. With him being anti-PC, anti-social, anti-cloth, he thrives on controversies. However, he's such an oxymoron that such controversies like him getting blasted for being snuck in children's media are just proving his point. However, that's actually one of the more tamer controversies. He's one of the most controversial YouTubers for a reason. He does keep it within a certain frame. He doesn't really go out and spread his messaging across the internet. His fan base does that. In fact, his fan base is more controversial in the modern landscape, albeit because of a few rotten apples that made everybody's view of them spoiled. He's the antithesis of what it means to be a YouTuber. However, he's still mastered it, and it proved him right. Anything can really go big on the internet. However, he's mastered all types of humor and balanced the scale of hypocrisy and inequality. Ironically, his music abilities are actually good and not mediocre. All of his series are equally entertaining. He's the pillar that YouTube desperately needs, and it won't come back. However, we will still love him for what he provided during that landscape and during that time in YouTube history. I'm feeling a 13 out of 13. I don't think I'm far off when I call TVFilthyFrank the best YouTuber of all time. And thank you.